This is the story, the journey, the man without fear. First he grabbed his walkie stick and some water before packing his gear. Kissed the rose on the wall for luck so his path to be clear. Opened the door, took a deep breath. The first step to adhere to his ear. That's that. I've already left and I don't plan to return. It's the future that's before me and my concern. He approached a vagrant on the street crying, holding the urn, saying there's nothing but a bunch of dust in his face. Is it your turn? The man without fear with the powder dead and the dewdrop from a fern. Created smoke on his fingertips, not scared to die, and he started to burn. It started to rain, his metaphor really was never told. The vagrant looked back at the man and said, "Are you not scared to grow old?" He passed the vagrant who was now at peace to find himself up against a literal physical beast. With blood warm and a chip horn, launch free flames and roasted occasion. The man never blinked at this icon of death, evil is aiding. Behaving in a manner for knighthood, persuading Satan. There's a coward in there somewhere. Stood insinuating. And the beast strike first and he did. His blood was pumped and bathing. The monster hit the ground, light turned to darkness, his eyes fading. You better listen every word of my story. You better wake up and smell the roses morning glory. Yeah, you stand proud and you never show fear, but when your path becomes crossed, it's that your heart remains clear. You better listen every word of my story. You better wake up and smell the roses morning glory. Yeah, you stand proud and you never show fear, but when your path becomes crossed, it's that your heart remains clear. With another step over this dead mountain of sorrow, I fear nothing, he said to himself in the cold mist of tomorrow. And after one more step, he came up to something alarming. Two sides and war fighting for the other man's army. Neither good nor evil, it was only added to service his action. He walked right in between the screams, yet not to be distracted. Blood splashed on his face, underneath his feet it occurred. There's a fine line of souls rising, those massacred in a blur. Religion and opinion were between him and the other side. With pride in each stride, and his head was high. And I'll never lie in the story when I tell it every time. The man without fear was not scared to die. You better listen every word of my story. You better wake up and smell the roses morning glory. Yeah, you stand proud and you never show fear, but when your path becomes crossed, it's that your heart remains clear. You better listen every word of my story. You better wake up and smell the roses morning glory. Yeah, you stand proud and you never show fear, but when your path becomes crossed, it's that your heart remains clear. Sure enough, he did it without a cut, burn, or a scratch. Detach yourself from opponents in one bag, the rest are no match. The last match slipped from his fingertips, he took one more step. Was the most beautiful girl dying for her last breath. With admiration for her life, he never rests. He picked her up and put her head to his chest. Then he did his best to try to confess that he would give her all he had. So there was nothing left. She whispered for him to come close so she could reply. And with her lips she said she saw an angel with no wings to be able to fly. For the first time in this man's life, he was scared for the fact he didn't